welcome to 30 Minutes of Faith. We're happy to have Dr. Irfan Haq with us, who is a friend, a religious leader in our community, and a man highly thought of. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Nice to have you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Tell us where you were born and raised and where life started.
I was born in what is Pakistan. Now that part of Pakistan is called Bangladesh because it used to be East Pakistan. And I grew up in all parts of the country. And I lived for a number of years there before I came to the U.S., which was about 30 years ago.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 3 brothers and a sister. My sister lives in London. I have one brother living in Sacramento, and I have 2 brothers in Islamabad in Pakistan.
Ah. Are your parents still alive?
No, my parents passed away. My mother passed away 5 years ago. I did get to spend a month with her before she passed away, and that was one of the best periods of my life.
Oh, that's a nice overview.
Yes.
Now, what brought you to the United States?
I came to the U.S. to go to school. I had admission at Cornell as well as the University of California, Davis. Somehow I came to Davis because California, the Golden State, had a very strong and popular image, and New York with all its snow and stuff. So I chose to come to Davis.
And what did you study?
I studied economics at Davis.
And what are you doing these days?
I am currently working for the state.
And is that good work?
Keeps me very busy.
Okay. Married, children?
Yes. I have 3 children. They're all grown up. My youngest is a medical student, 21 years old, in the Caribbean. He's done 2 years. He's doing his 3rd year. And he'll be back in the U.S. later this year. Then I have another son who is in business. And I have a daughter who has a PhD in psychology.
Well, very good. Do you have grandchildren?
Not as yet.
Hey, you're in for a treat.
I'm looking forward to them.
Now, we want to talk about the Islamic religion a little bit.
Okay.
You were raised a Muslim
Very much so, yes.
and grew up in a religious home and practiced your religion well?
Yes, I did grow up in a spiritual and a religious home. My mother in particular was quite religious. My father was also a wonderful man, so they were good role models for us. And so you grow up in a culture, both in a family and a culture, where Islam is the prevalent religion. So you learn the practices from early childhood, and it becomes part of your lifestyle.
Has it been hard to be a Muslim in the United States?
Not at all.
Oh, good.
Not at all. It's largely because this is a free country, and you always have space for yourself. There are, of course, challenges. Trying to take time off for Friday prayers. The Muslims go for prayers on Fridays around 1 o'clock. So trying to take the time off 1 to 2 o'clock sometimes is a challenge. And also the days of celebration. We have 2 Eids, or great celebrations, every year. So people need to prepare in advance, especially if you're a doctor or a dentist or in certain professions where you really have to inform your colleagues and staff early enough to be able to take the day off. So you have to plan ahead. But by and large, it has not been difficult.
Now, the Salam Center is about to celebrate its 25th anniversary.
Right. This year, 2012, we will be doing 25 years. It was established in 1987.
And you were here at the beginning?
I have been with Salam almost from the beginning. Dr. Mutwalli Amir, who was the founder, was pulling me. I was involved heavily in the downtown mosque on V Street, and he had been pulling me towards Salam. And finally, around 1989, I joined with him. So I've been with Salam over 22 years, and have been involved in all aspects and all phases of the development and growth of the organization and its maturation. It's a mature organization. It has evolved. It's a wonderful place, both for a family, for worship, for socialization, and for events. And I really enjoy going there. Anytime I go there, my happiness level goes up. So,
Good for you.
yes.
Well, I've been hanging out with Muslim friends for the last 10 years, and they're all terrific people.
Thank you so much.
They're hardworking and they're diligent and passionate and compassionate, and that's been a real good thing. What would you like to see continue or change for Islam in Sacramento?
Well, Islam as a faith is a constant faith. You know, it has its daily worship, fasting in the month of Ramadan, giving your tithe, your charity, or zakat, as it is called in Islam, going for pilgrimage. These are things Muslims do as part of their lifestyle, as part of the practice. But the other dimension is to educate our young, our children, our youth, and our adults. And that is going on in the Sacramento area. We have the greater Sacramento area. Actually, from Davis to Folsom, there are 13 mosques. And there are a couple of mosques which are emerging. And so this also shows the growth of the community. When I first came to Sacramento 25 years ago, there was only one mosque. Now there are 13. So there are challenges in terms of especially dealing with the youth, keeping them connected and training them so that they can grow up to be good citizens, good human beings, and good people of faith. One of the positive things we've had in Sacramento is Salam's involvement with the Interfaith Service Bureau, which is now the Interfaith Council of Greater Sacramento. I used to be a director of the Interfaith Board in 1998, and when Rabbi Brad Bloom was there and others were there. And so I have been heavily involved with the interfaith work, and the Muslim community in particular has been a strong part of the interfaith work, and this we find to be very rewarding. You know, building bridges, connecting with others, sharing our faith, learning from others, and just enjoying the good people that are out there in the faith community.
That's nicely put, because there are tons of good people. And,
Yes.
and you know, at the end of the day, we're all worshiping God.
Yes.
We are all wanting the world to be a good place, a peaceful place, a loving place.
Correct.
How about CAIR, C-A-I-R? Can you tell us a little bit more about that organization here in town?
CAIR, C-A-I-R, stands for Council of American Islamic Relations, and it was established, I think, about 15 years ago, primarily as a group to stand for civil rights of Muslims and to protect the Muslim community, because there was no such organization in the US. You have mosques all over the country, you have Islamic schools, but there was no organization really to stand up for the civil rights as well as to reach out. And so CAIR has become a strong organization. It is locally funded. It is in 35 cities in the United States, all major cities of the US. And its work is mainly to educate people, reach out, help them become better American citizens and understand their civil rights, as well as to promote the understanding of Islam and to connect with the larger civic community. And by and large, I think CAIR has done a good job of reaching out, building bridges, and speaking not just for Muslims, by the way, defending the civil rights of people of all faiths.
Absolutely.
Anybody who goes through discrimination issues, issues of prejudice, CAIR is there for them and has proven by its record that they really believe in standing up for the rights of all people, regardless of the faith.
Now, you're involved, and I think you lead another group in the Valley, do you not?
Yes, it's called the Council of Sacramento Valley Islamic Organizations, in short, COSVIO. And this council is an umbrella organization, an umbrella which covers all the mosques of the Sacramento Valley, as well as CAIR, and then an organization called Y Islam, and another organization called MAS, Muslim American Society. And these organizations do different types of work. And this umbrella really is meant to bring the community together, to exchange best practices, to learn from one another, to help and assist each other to build a better Islamic community. And I am president of the organization. In fact, we had our last meeting at Masjid As-Sabur, which is predominantly an Afro-American mosque. So it's one of those organizations like the Interfaith Council of Greater Sacramento, which brings people of all faiths. The council that I am president of brings all the mosques and Muslim organizations together. And we learn from one another and help each other build a better mosque, Islamic center, a better community, and exchange information on especially how to train and bring up our young. There is a Muslim food bank in Sacramento. There is a Muslim-run Shifa community clinic. There are all of these things, many of which have been supported through this council. And we work in conjunction with mosques and all the organizations to build a better Muslim community and to reach out to the larger Sacramento community.
And do you feel like good progress is being made there?
Yes, very much so. We assist each other in terms of raising funds, and there is just a mosque being completed in West Sacramento, and they will be assisted by Salam. They contacted me that they need some help in raising funds, and I work with Salam to help raise the funds as well as through other mosques. They are in the last phases of the project. So this is just one aspect of it. But our job is really to bring everything that is going on within the Muslim community and to connect everybody with it. So COSVIO is an instrument, is an agency through which the information flows, and whatever is happening, we're able to connect the larger community and educate them, inform them, enlighten them, and also encourage them to get involved in the interfaith work. And next Thursday, when we have the Day of Dialogue number 4 at Salam, you will see many leaders from the Muslim community participating in it.
We'll look forward to that. That will be good. Tell us a little bit about the role of an imam in each mosque.
An imam simply means leader, somebody who stands in front. But it is a term that is used for somebody who is a leader of worship, who is a teacher in the community, teaching both young and grown-ups, and a spiritual guide. In Islam, we don't have clergy per se. Anybody can lead worship services, anybody can lead the prayer. But generally, the imams are people who are among the best in the community, and their job is to take care of religious guidance, meeting the spiritual needs, counseling needs of the community, and they do all of those things.
I went down to the Salam Center 6 or 8 months ago on a Saturday afternoon to an overview called Islam 101. They wanted to just teach us sort of the basic tenets and beliefs. That was a real nice experience. That just gave us basics, and we stayed afterward and asked questions and some of those sorts of things. But the Muslims are trying hard to help the rest of us understand Islam, are they not?
Yes, no question about it. Salam offers this class first Saturday of every month. So this Saturday also there will be a class at Salam, and it is open and free to everybody. And the point is that whoever wishes to learn more, here you are, here is a forum. And there is no propagation, or advocacy. It is simply educating people in what Islam is, because it is a newer faith in this country. And it is something that many people don't know much about. And of course, due to the media misrepresentation many times, people are not always well informed. So this is a means of reaching out and informing people about who Muslims are, what they believe in, what they practice, and that they are part of the Abrahamic community, that they worship the same God and follow the same 10 commandments as Muslims and Jews, and have the same values as our Christian and Muslim, Jewish brothers and sisters. So these are some of the things that are taught in that course.
At the Harvard Divinity School, one of the rules there is always hold out holy envy, because somebody might do it better than you. And I've always liked that, because from every faith and from every church, we can find something really, really good and dynamic and helpful to us. There's no corner on the market by any particular religion, and I've liked that about the interfaith, and there's much to learn from our Muslim friends.
No question about it. I have myself enjoyed visiting churches and often making presentations in churches and visiting synagogues and interacting with the Christian community and the Jewish community, and there is so much to learn. And I have also been to Jerusalem, and I have been to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and I have been to the Western Wall, and I've seen with my own eyes how people worship there in the holiest of the holy places. And of course, I was also at Masjid al-Aqsa. So having seen among the holiest sites of people of our Jewish community and the Christian community, and you see people worshiping there and devoting themselves, and then having visited so many synagogues and churches, you realize faith is a very important part of life, and how different people try to connect with God and reach out to God, and that these faiths are very important aspects of human life, and that you need to respect people and value them and love them and treat them as your brothers and sisters. And there is much to be learned from so many faiths. And I think this is one country where this is going on. And I have learned much from my Christian and Jewish friends.
We're making good progress in Sacramento.
Very much so, yes. This is a great city. I think the interfaith community here has been very strong. It has brought us closer, created greater understanding and appreciation, and removed all barriers that they may have been, human barriers. And I think at a human level, we connect very well.
Now, I've really enjoyed some Muslim music that I hear. Does that go on in your home, and do most Muslim families involve themselves in good music?
The Islamic community is very diverse. They come from the Middle East, so you will see Arabic music, and then there are South Asians like myself who will listen to songs from Pakistan and India, and of course there are Muslims from Indonesia and Malaysia who have their music, and Persian music, of course. So music is an important part of life, and many Muslim events have certain Islamic video or Muslim video or singing presented there. And of course, music is a very significant part of life that breaks all barriers. It crosses all boundaries. And I think good music coming from wherever it comes is delight to hear, to listen to. And no question, some Persian music and Arabic music is very powerful and very beautiful.
Do you have choirs?
Not really.
Okay.
In the Islamic centers and mosques in general, there is the call to prayer that is made, which is the human voice.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, and you will not find any musical instruments, organs, pianos, or anything else inside the prayer area, because that is an area which is exclusively devoted to the worship of God. But in events of Muslim families, from weddings to celebrations and other events, music is very much part of that life and celebration, and everybody enjoys it.
Now, the Muslim friends that I have and associate with are hard workers, and they're honest, and they're diligent, they're responsible. I don't see them being lazy or any of those sorts of things. Would that be true sort of across the faith, that hard work is an important thing?
It is very much part of our life, that we are brought up to never extend our hand for charity, to receive, but to give. It is part of a Muslim obligation to work hard, take care of his family, and to not rely on anyone else. And to be good citizens wherever they live in the world, to be loyal citizens and to serve that community in the best capacity. Because in the end, we are God's creation, and our job on this earth is to live a purposeful life, a good life, and to be productive and fruitful, and to create a better earth than what we found. And in that process, I think being a good citizen is the best thing you can do. And that is true, especially in the United States. You have people who are professionals, who are here, and our children are growing up as professionals, going to law school, medical school, information technology engineers, and that's where we encourage them, and business as well. And so it is part of our faith to do the best we can wherever we are, whatever profession we are in, and to be good representatives of our faith, and to be good human beings and treat others as we wish to be treated.
I noticed the children, whether they're from the Middle East or Asia or Indonesia, are handsome children. The dark hair and the dark eyes, and they're happy and they play, and they're really handsome children. It's easy to watch and just sit back and say, look at those wonderful children, and that's a good thing.
Yes, that's true. In fact, children are beautiful everywhere.
Yes, they are.
To me, a child is one of the most beautiful creation of God. And I have a lot of affection for children of any faith, of any color, of any race. But there is no question, children are definitely one of the beauties of life.
Did you want to be a father by the time you got to be a teenager? Were you saying, I want to marry and have children?
Well, as a teenager, we were more focused on our schooling and moving ahead. That is not one of the prime concerns of your life at that time. But there does come a point in your life when you say, yes, I'm ready to be a father and to take care of my kids. And I have really enjoyed my kids. I was a good father with them. I helped them grow up, and I was there for them a good part of the time. And I have enjoyed them, and now that my kids are grown up, I enjoy them even more because
Boy.
we are buddies and we are friends.
I like that a lot.
Yes.
Where did you and your wife meet?
We met in Karachi, and we went to the same institution, and that's where we met.
It's nice to be attached to a good woman.
I think having a good woman in your life is a great blessing. And I think for a happy, healthy family life, having a good spouse, husband or wife, I think is a big plus.
Did you have a good mother?
A wonderful woman. I loved her very much. I was the youngest, so I was the baby of the family. And I had a very unique relationship with my mother. I'm into poetry and reading, and my mother was also an avid reader and a poet of sorts, and a great conversationalist. So we two had great conversations whenever we had the chance to get together. And in 2006, before she passed away, I was able to go back and spend time. I had gone for 3 weeks. I spent 4 weeks with her. And I really had the best time of my life.
Did you get to reminisce and look back and talk about things and days gone by?
Of course, very much so, about our family history, because she had come and visited me in the United States and stayed with me for 3 years, and then she had gone back. And so when I visited her in Karachi, she had a surgery and there were certain complications, so we knew she would not live very long. So that was a time when we were able to reminisce and talk about our family history and traditions and all kinds of things. And I would read her poetry and play some beautiful music for her and tell her a lot of jokes and stories, make her laugh. So I really enjoyed it, and she had a great time also with me.
Will you retire and die in the United States?
I do not plan to retire. I will keep on working for as long as God gives me good health and keeps me standing. And so, with that said, yes, I will spend my life in the United States. Which is my home country. My children were born here, and I will die in this country and be buried. And I think this is where I see my future. And as a Muslim community member, as part of the interfaith community, as being part of the Sacramento community, and this is our home now.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank you so much.
What do you do with your spare time and hobbies and recreation and things?
I go for a jog. So I believe in healthy living, so I exercise regularly, and I do a lot of reading and socialize and attend events. I have so many events to attend, just like you. My itinerary is full of places I need to be, and I enjoy going there. I was at the interfaith event at Davis last Sunday, wonderful event, Children of Abraham. And so I was the only one from Sacramento. There were Jewish and Christian and Muslim members from Davis, and people of other faith as well. But I enjoy these events and these experiences and moving around in the community. Socialization is a good part of life.
There's a lot of choosing to where you're going to be because there's so many things unfolding sometimes at the same time, the same day.
No question about it, yes. I have to make a choice, and sometimes I manage to be at 3 places on the same day.
Have you been running for quite a while?
I'd say the last 8 years. I go for a jog and try to stay fit, yes.
And what do you like to read?
I like to read books on religion and current affairs, politics, history, and I listen to nice music, traditional and Sufi music, and I enjoy, bookstores are one of my favorite places, and I visit them a lot and go and check out the current material, the current books that have been written, so that I know where the world is going, besides staying up with the internet and emails and socializing with our friends and community.
We have a Barnes & Noble bookstore not too far from us, and we just call it the Barn. Say, I'm going to run over to the Barns, check out what's going on at the books today.
I was there last Saturday, the Barnes & Nobles in Thomas, yes.
Yeah, that's a great thing. If you could wave a magic wand in our society and fix or repair something, what would that be?
Number 1, family. Number 2, economy. Family being, create an environment where families can live healthily together, and the breakup of the family that I see goes down, and have jobs for people wanting to work.
Family is just essential.
No question about it, yes.
And sometimes family can just be one person even, but family is essential.
It's the core of the society.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come and sit with us. It's nice to visit with you.
Thank you so much.
Glad you're a friend.
And I'm glad to be your friend as well.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.